वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे प्रह्लादभिन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः। प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दुग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथचला गान्धारनीलोत्पलाः शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वदनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला। अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोतीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरननदी कैवर्तककेशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलम् गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरम् हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरगः पेरीयमानं मुदा ब्रूयात् भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसि न श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् यदा संहरते छायम्
यदा संहरते छायम्
कूर्मोऽङ्गानीव सर्वशः
कूर्मोऽङ्गानीव सर्वशः
इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेभ्यः
इन्द्रियार्थेभ्यः
तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनः रसवर्जं रसोऽप्यस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते This shloka, the 9th shloka, we have seen the Bhashyam in the last class. Bhagavan Krishna says that the rasa means raga. The raga of the person will not go. Rasa varjam. The rasa will be remaining until the person is well established in this jnanam, atma jnanam. As long as a person is not well established, that is, as long as he doesn't have the clear vision of Atma, Brahma, Samyak Darshanam. Yadi Samyak Darshanam Nasti, then this rasa, the raga will be there. The raga will go away when the person has the clear vision of Brahma. When his prajna Jnanam is pratishtita, samyak pratishtita, tada this rasaha api nivartate. Param drishtva, having seen the param, having seen the param, param Brahma drishtva, param Brahma drishtva, this rasa, the raga, api nivartate. That rasa, even though the person has got dhamma, indriya nigraha and all, when the person has the clear vision, clear understanding, when this jnanam is well assimilated, when he becomes one with this knowledge, the jnanam, when the understanding about oneself is very clear, then this rasa also go away. This rasa nivrittihi, only this rasa nivrittihi happens. Nirbijam vishaya jnanam sampadhyate. Bhashyakara says, Nirbijam, this vishaya jnanam, that is the perception of these sense objects with the sense organs. Whatever knowledge it creates, that will become nirbijam, incapable of producing any raga dvesha. That is nirbijam. Nirbijam sampadhyate. That is rasa nivrittihi. Rasa nivrittihi sampadhyate. Nirbijatva sampadanam ityartaha. Na asati samyak darshane. When this samyak darshanam, asati, when this is not clear, then na asati samyak darshane rasasya uchchedaha. Rasasya uchchedaha na bhavati samyak darshane asati. Samyak darshane asati rasasya uchchedaha na bhavati. When this samyak darshanam, this assimilation, this knowledge, samyak darshanam, the clear vision, the clear understanding, asati, if it is not there, then this rasasya uchchedaha na bhavati, then rasa will not go away, the raga will not go away. For that person, every experience will be the source for creating new raga and dvesha. So raga and dvesha will continue. When raga and dvesha continues, the person will continue to be a samsara. His prajna will not be steady. His jnanam will not be steady. And jnanam is not steady. Jnanam is not steady. Jnanam is there, but it is not steady, not assimilated. Then this raga dvesha will take over the person. Rasasya uchchedaha na bhavati iti Bhashyakara says. Therefore, what to be done? Prajnayaha stairyam kartavyam. Samyak darshanatmikayaha prajnayaha stairyam kartavyam iti abhiprayaha. Therefore, this samyak darshanam, which is in the form of the understanding, the Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya, but Brahma Satyam, that is Aham Satyam, I am the Satyam, I am the truth, that should be very clear. The understanding should be very clear for that person. Tasya prajnayaha stairyam kartavyam. This prajna has to be made steady. Then only this rasa, this raga dvesha, nivartate, vinivartate, will go away. Rasaha, that rasavarjam nivartate, niraharasya dehinaha vishayaha rasavarjam nivartate, that rasaha api param drishtva purnataya nivartate, completely will go away. Iti Vashikara says. Then the next shloka to which Sangati is given is Vashikara, which we will read. Samyik darshana lakshana prajnastairiam
सम्यक् दर्शन लक्षण प्रज्ञास्थैर्यम्
चिकीर्षता
चिकीर्षता
आदौ इन्द्रियाणि
आदौ इन्द्रियाणि
स्ववशे स्थापयितव्यानि
स्ववशे स्थापयितव्यानि
स्थापयितव्यानि यस्मात्
यस्मात्
तत् अनवस्थापने
तत् अनवस्थापने
दोषम् आह
दोषम् आह
यततो ह्यपि कौन्तेय
यततो ह्यपि कौन्तेय
पुरुषस्य विपश्चितः
पुरुषस्य विपश्चितः
इन्द्रियाणि प्रमाथीनि
इन्द्रियाणि प्रमाथीनि
प्रसभं मनः
हरन्ति प्रसभं मनः
Bhashikara, he says in the Sankati Bhashya, Samyak Darshana Lakshana Prajna Stairyam. Stairyam, Stirasya Bhavaha, Stairyam, steady. Prajna Stairyam, Stairyam of what? Prajna. Prajna is Jnanam. Stairyam is steady. Therefore, Prajna Stairyam. Prajnayaha Stairyam. Prajna Stairyam. Samyak Darshana Lakshana. Samyak Darshanam is Ishvara Darshanam. Paramatma Darshanam. Brahma Darshanam. Atma Darshanam. That Darshanam is Brahma Satyam. Jagan Mithya. That Brahma is Aham Asmi. Aham Brahmasmi. That is the Darshanam. That is the vision. That is the Jnanam. Clarity with regard to that Jnanam. So that is Prajnasteryam. That Samyak Darshanam, that is that Jnanam, which is characterized by this Prajna, Sthira Prajna, that which is characterized by this steady Jnanam, Samyak Darshana, Lakshana, Prajna Stadium. The vision of Paramatma, which is characterized by the clear understanding, and the understanding is steady. That is the meaning. Paradarshanam, Paramatma Darshanam, Prajna Stadium. Stadium means steady. Steady means what? In terms of knowledge, what does steady means? Steady means firmness, the clarity. Clarity. With regard to knowledge, steady means clarity. At no point of time there is no unclarity. It is very clear. All the time it is clear. There is no forgetfulness of this knowledge. You will never forget its Swarupa. How can one forget its Swarupa? It is like remembering your name all the time. You don't put effort. You don't struggle every day to remember your name. In the morning, you don't put any effort to remember your name. When you go to the bed, you will forget. In the morning, again, you have to get up and remember your name. No. The name, you are identified with your name. Even in sleep, when you are awakened, with your name, you get up. You are so identified with your name. There is no confusion with regard to calling you, but it is so clear that firmness is there similarly. Tadvat. So steady means the clarity. The clarity with regard to the understanding, with regard to the vision of Ishvara. That Ishvara, Jagat Karanam Brahma, that Ishvara is Aham Asmi, that is the understanding. So, Samyak, Samyak Darshana Lakshana Prajnasteyam Chikirshata. Chikirshata. Chikirshata is Shatranta. The Dhatu is Krudhatu. Kartum Icha Chikirsha. Kartum Ichuhu Chikirshuhu. Desire to do, that is called Chikirsha. Like the desire to know, Jigyasa. The desire to be free, Moksha, Moktum Icha. Similarly, the desire to do is called Chikirsha, Sananta. Sananta Shabda. And the person is Chikirshu, like the word Mumukshu, Jignasu. Here Chikirshata is the Shatranta. To the Sananta, Shatru Pratyaya is added. You get the Pratipadikam, Chikirshat. And the Chikirshat can be declined. Chikirshan, Chikirshanto, Chikirshantaha. Chikirshantam, Chikirshanto, Chikirshataha. Chikirshata, Tritya Vibhakti. Referring to the person who is desirous of gaining, having this Paradarshanam, Paramatma Darshanam. So the person, Chikirshata Purushena, referring to that person, the Purusha who is desirous of doing. Doing means what? There is no doing. Doing is desirous of gaining. Gaining this understanding. Chikirshata, Tritya Vibhakti. Chikirshata, Tritya Vibhakti. Referring to the person, the one who is desirous of bringing about, that is the Kartum Ichchata, desirous of bringing about this Prajna stadium, which is characterized by Samyak Darshanam, the clear vision. The person wants his Prajna to be steady, wants his understanding with regard to the Tattvam to be steady. Therefore, Ado Indriyani, in the beginning, Ado means in the beginning. In the beginning, Indriyani, all the sense organs, whether it is Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, all the Dasha Indriyani, both. Swavashe Stapayupadyani. Swavashe. Swavashe means under one's management. We don't use the word control. When we use the control, then that poor sense organs become as though they become the victim of the controlling action. You whip the sense organ. What is the point in whipping the sense organ? The sense organs are the faithful reporters. Just report what they perceive. Why do you whip the sense organs? Sense organs are the generators of knowledge. So, in the name of control, you cannot whip it. You have to manage it. That is why we translate the word Dhamma as sense management. Shama is mind management, managing the mind, managing the sense organs. You manage. You don't need to have the subduing the mentality with regard to these organs, the mind. All these are given by Bhagavan. The tools given. When the tool is given, you have to manage the tool. You don't have to discard or whip the tool. Therefore, Swavashe means under one's management. You manage it well. That is Dhamma. Stapayitavyani. The sense organ, the sense organs, Swavashe, management, under one's management, Stapayitavyani should be placed. That is, the sense organs should be kept under one's management by bringing about by the person who is desirous of bringing about the steadiness of this knowledge, which is characterized by a clear vision, samyak jnanam. That is the meaning. Swavashe stapayitavyani, the person should be highly alert with regard to the functioning of the sense organs, sense mastery, sense management. The sense organs have to be under one's management. That is the meaning of this line. So, Swavashe stapayitavyani indriyani. Therefore, yasmat, therefore, because, yasmat is because. Why it should be managed? Why the sense organ should be managed? Because tat anavastapane. Tadavanastapane is that tat anavastapane. That refers to the sense organs. If the sense organs are not anavastapane, avastapane, na avastapane, nanch. That Purusha Samasa, if the sense organs are not placed under one's management, anavastapane, then kim bhavati, there is a dosha. That will be a defect. Dosham aga. That is, in the absence of this, in the absence of the management of sense organs, there is a dosha. That dosha is being talked about in the next shloka. Yatato yapi kaunteya purushasya vipaschitaha indriyani pramatini haranti prasabam manaha iti. The dosha, there is a defect. If the sense organs are not well managed, if they are not mastered, then dosham, the problem. Defect means what? Dosha is defect. Defect means problem. What will be the problem if the sense organs are not managed? That is being told in the next shloka by Bhagavan. Yatato hepi kaunteya. Bhagavan addresses Arjuna, hey Kaunteya, you please listen to what I am saying. Indriyani pramatini. It is a statement. Indriyani pramatini. Indriyas or pramatini. Mat dhatu. Mat means to churn. Pramatin is a shabda. From the mat dhatu, pratipadikam, pramatin is derived by adding the pratyaya, nini pratyaya. That is the nature, referring to the nature of the sense organs. Tat shila, tat bhava, that referring to that nature, nini pratyaya. Nini pratyaya is added in that sense. That is the sense organs whose nature is turbulent. That is the nature of sense organs. Sense organs are of the nature of creating disturbance, some disturbance. Only when disturbance happens, knowledge happens. Knowledge is gained. When you want to gain the knowledge of an object, the sense organs have to be disturbed. It means the sense organs have to be made functional. It has to reach the sense object, and that will create a disturbance in the mind, and then knowledge takes place. So pramatini, and also the sense organs, if they are not managed, then it will go all over and it will create a lot of disturbance, agitation in the mind of the person. And if the person has raga and dvesha, it is all the more the problem. Therefore, pramatini, indriyani pramatini, mat means to churn. So indriyas, the churn, they create agitation. The churning is agitation. When you churn the buttermilk, how you churning the buttermilk, you get the butter. The churning, the samudra matanam, churning the ocean, that mat to churn. So the indriyani pramadini. Indriyas, they are of the nature of agitation, creating agitation. Therefore, manaha prasabam haranti. Manaha, therefore, this indriyas takes away the mind forcefully. Prasabam, prasabam is adverbial. Manaha, so indriyani the karta, manaha the karma, haranti the kriyapada, the sentence. Indriyani manaha prasabam haranti. It's a vakyam. It's a anvaya. You can form a sentence. Anvaya from this shloka. Indriyani manaha. Manaha is manas shabda. Sakaranta shabda. Manaha manasi manamsi. Manaha manasi manamsi. Vidya vibhakti ekavachanam. Manaha, the object for the indriyani in the sentence. Indriyani the subject, manaha the object, haranti the kriyapadam. Prasabam is adverb to the kriyapadam haranti. Whose manaha purushasya? Whose mind purushasya? So, indriyani purushasya manaha prasabam haranti, takes away the mind of the person forcefully. The purushasya can be connected to the other part of the shloka also. Takes away the mind of the person who is yatataha. What is yatataha? Yatataha is dhatu is yat. Yatate, yatete, yatante, atmani padi dhatu. From that dhatu only we get the word yati. Yati means sannyasi. Why sannyasi is called yati? Yat means to strive. Yat means prayattane, to strive. Sannyasi, he does the prayatna. He does the effort. For what? For gaining this knowledge. Therefore, he is called yatihi. So, yat and a shatranta, you cannot add shatru pratyaya to yat dhatu because it is atmanipadi. Therefore, you have to add shanach only. Therefore, yatataha, the word is grammatically not correct. But in the shloka, it is there, yatato, yatataha. Yatato means yatataha. The word should be yatamanasya purushasya. But yatataha is there. Is it a dosha? Not. It is not a dosha. It is the arsha prayoga. It is the prayoga of the rishi. Vyasa Maharishi, he has a privilege. Like the Shastram, which has the privilege to use the words as it likes. Similarly, the rishis have the privilege. That is why it is called Arsha Prayoga. Yatataha should be understood as Yatamanasya. A little grammar is there. If you know grammar, you will appreciate what I am saying. Yatataha should be understood as Yatamanasya. Yatamanasya Purushasya. Api, even though the Purusha, who is Yatamanasya, who is striving to gain this knowledge, and he is Vipasthitaha. Visheshena Pashyati iti Vipasthitaha, who is well informed, who is well informed about the what is not a novice. He has got Viveka, Vairagya, Sadhana Chatushta Sampatti is there. He has studied Shastram. He has studied Shastram under a guru. So, therefore, he has got the alertness. He sees more than what a normal person sees. Yes, that's why Vipasthitaha Visheshena Pashyati. Not just simply seeing, he sees something more than what a normal person sees, because is to a large extent is well managed. He well manages himself. But still that person's sense organs also will take his mind away. That is the meaning. Even though the person is well knowledgeable, has got knowledge, well knowledgeable, it's not his prajna is stadium. Prajna stadium is not yet there. It's not yet there, but the person has got some and if the person has got some clarity, some knowledge, some clarity, more clarity, even though the person is striving, yatamanasya vipaschitaha also shashti vibhakti. Yatamanasya shashti vibhakti. Purusha, who is yatamanaha, who is vipaschitaha, who has got certain understanding, and understanding is better than others, but still his sense organs will take his mind away. His sense organs will take his mind away from this jnanam. Therefore, his jnanam is not yet steady. It is maybe 1 or 2 levels below, but is better, but still better doesn't mean you should feel complacent. Why? Because the sense organs haranti, manaha prasabam haranti, takes away the mind of the person, even that person forcefully. That is the meaning. So therefore Bhagavan, he cautions, don't be complacent. Don't let your alertness be let free. Never do that. That is what it says. Be alert all the time. As a sadhaka, one has to be alert. One cannot be complacent. That is what is indicated by the Bhagavan. Bhagavan by the words vipaschitaha. Vipaschitaha is if the person is close to jnana but not yet gained that prajna. That's what vipaschitaha. Even that person's indriyani will take the mind, manaha prasabam, forcefully, haranti, takes away. That is the meaning of this shloka. Now we will read the version. Yatataha iti.
Yatataha iti.
Yatataha prayatnam kurvataha.
Yatataha prayatnam kurvataha.
Prayatnam kurvataha api.
Prayatnam kurvataha api.
Hi yasmad.
Yasmat. Kaunteya.
Purushasya vipaschitaha.
Purushasya vipaschitaha.
Medhavinaha api iti.
Medhavinaha api iti.
Vyavahitena sambandhaha.
Vyavahitena sambandha.
So, yatataha, which is there in this slokam, yatataha is equal to prayatnam kurvataha. So, kurvataha is the shatranta. Shatranta of the dhatu, kru dhatu, to krinkarane. So, yatataha is equal to prayatnam kurvataha. Prayatnam kurvataha, the person who puts effort. The person is alert. Effort means there is what effort is there with regard to jnana. The person is alert. What does it mean? Alertness in terms of the interaction of his sense organs with the sense objects of the world. That is the alertness is with regard to the interaction, when the interaction happens, the person should be alert. How to be alert? Paranchikani vedinat swayambhu. Parang pashyati nantaratman. Kathopanishad says, Indriyas are the tendency to go out, they are extrovert, and it takes away the person. Vidinat swayambhu. Parang pashyati na antaratman. So therefore, here the alertness, when we say it is, means the person should see the limitation of gaining the sense objects, enjoying the sense objects to the sense organs. That is the alertness. That is the yatataha, prayatnam kurvataha. Seeing the defects of the resultant of the interaction of the sense organs with the sense objects. The sense objects can create a raga or dvesha. The person may develop a liking for that object, may develop a hatred, whatever it may be. If he develops a liking, then it's a problem. He will go after it. He should see that defect. What is a defect? The defect is gaining the object is not going to give you sukham always, because it has this dosha. It has got atrupti karatvam. It will never be all the time. It will never be satisfying. Up to some point, it will be satisfying. After that, it will be frustrating. You don't want to have it anymore. You will reach that condition, atrupti karatvam. Bandhagatvam, another dosha, it will bind you to that sense object. So, and also the same object, now the object which is a source of happiness will give you dukkham later. That defect also is that dukkha mishritatvam. All these defects are naturally there with regard to the sense objects. Therefore, when the sense organs interact with the sense objects, the person should be alert, should be able to see the dosha. Therefore, Vishayan Vishavatyacha, as Ashtavakra Gita says, all its Vishayas should be discarded as Visha, as poison. That is the Prayatnam. So there is no physical effort. This dosha darshanam is the Prayatnam. Prayatnam kurvataha api. That is yatataha. So Bhashikara yatataha, it doesn't give yatamanasya, but we have to understand. Yatataha is yatamanasya. If you add shatru to the dhatu yat, you get yatan yatantav yatantaha, yatantam yatantav yatataha, but yat dhatu is atmaipadi. Therefore, shanach should be. Shanach only can be added. Therefore, yatamanaha, yatamano, yatamanaha. That is how the declension is. So, yatataha, we have to understand it as yatamanasya. Even the Bhashikara did not mention, you have to understand. Yataha is yatamanasya. Yatataha is shakti vrutti. Therefore, yatamanasya. Prayatnam kurvataha api, even though prayatnam kurvataha api, he yasmat, because yatataha prayatnam kurvataha api yasmat purushasya vipasthitaha. The purusha who is vipasthitaha. Vipasthitaha is equal to medhavinaha. Medha is the person is intelligent. The person is highly intelligent person. He has got that medha shakti, grahana dharana shakti. He has studied shastra and he remembers whatever he studied. Grahana dharana shakti. That's why well informed, well studied, aditaha, samyak aditaha, shastram samyak aditaha, medavinaha, intelligent person, api. Even though, even the manaha api, even the mind of the intelligent person, even the mind of the medavinaha, the intelligent person, iti, that word api is where is the word api in the shloka? Yatato happy is there, and vipastitaha is at the end. The first line you can see yatato happy kaunteya purushasya vipastitaha. Vipastitaha is at the end. Api is along with yatato happy. So Bhashyakara says Medavinaha api iti vyavahitena sambandhaha. Sambandha means the connection. Even though the person is informed, api iti vyavahitena sambandhaha. Api, it should be connected to the word vipastitaha. Vipastitaha is located at the end. Api at the beginning. Even though they are separated by words, but you have to bring the two words together to understand. Vipastitaha api. Purushasya vipastitaha api. That is all you have to understand. Vyavahita means gap. There is a gap. What is the gap? Other words are there. So the word api and vipastitaha, they are separated by the other words. Therefore, you have to connect. Vyavahitena sambandhaha. Purushasya vipastitaha api he kaunteya iti vyavahita sambandhaha. Even though the words are separated, you have to connect. Bhashyakara says that sambandha is vyavahita sambandha. So in this way, the vipashita has the connection with the word api. So vipashitaha api iti sambandhaha vyavahita sambandhaha. That's the next line. Indriyani pramatini.
Indriyani
pramatini
Pramatana shilani.
Pramatana-shilani
Vishayabhimukham hi.
Vishayabhimukam hi
Purusham nikshobhayanti.
Purusham
vikhopayanti
vikhopayanti
Akuli kurvanti.
Akuli
akuli
kurvanti.
So Bhashyakara says the word Indriyani Paramatini, it is there in the shlokam. So Indriyani Paramatini. Indriyas which are of the nature of this Pramatana Shilani, that agitating nature. Indriyani Paramatini. Matana is agitation. So Indriyani is Pramatini. Pramatini is equal to Pramatana Shilani. Shila is the nature or the capability of Pramatana agitation. Agitation of what? Agitation of the mind. So the mind, the mind, the sense organs, like the churning rod, it will churn the mind buttermilk. So when the churning rods churn the mind buttermilk, then the buttermilk is agitated. But you get butter, but here you don't get anything. The Indriyas churn the mind is disturbed, gets more and more disturbed. You don't get any butter. So that's Paramatana, that's called Paramatana. That's called Paramatana. We have got 5 sense organs. So all the sense organs in the form of Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha can create agitation in the mind. That is enough. That that is enough to collapse the person, collapse the stability of the person. So, if one organ is there, that itself is enough. But we have 5 sense organs. 5 sense organs are more than enough to create disturbance, sufficient disturbance in the mind. Therefore, Vishaya Abhimukam Vikshobhayanti. Vikshobhayanti. Vikshobhayanti means they agitate, they force the mind, Vishaya Abhimukam, forcing the mind, pushes the mind towards the Vishaya, towards Anatma. Vishaya means Anatma Vishaya, towards Anatma, towards sense objects. So Vishaya Abhimukam. Abhimukam means towards. So Indriyani, Pramatini, Prakarshena Matitum Shilam Yesham Tani Indriyani, Pramatana Shilani, Purusham Vikshobhayanti, Vishayabhimukam Vikshobhayanti. The word Pramatini is qualifying Indriyani. Indriyani Pramatini. It is subjective complement. Indriyani Pramatini is a statement. Pramatin is a pratipadikam, as I told before. Adding the nini pratyaya to the dhatu, mat dhatu. So the vikaha vakya for that will be prakarshena matitum shilam esham tani indriyani. That is it has the capability, it has the nature of agitation, creating agitation, disturbance. Pramatana shilani, pramatanam shilam, yesham, tani, referring to indriyani. The sense organs have the nature, swabhava, to agitate. Agitate whom? Purusham vikshobhayanti. Purusham vikshobhayanti. Creating disturbance, disturbing the person. Creating disturbance in the person or disturbing the person. Purusham vikshobhayanti out vishayabhimukam, by making the person forcing towards the sense objects. Vishayabhimukam vikshobhayanti akuli kurvanti. Make the person akuli kurvanti, make the person agitated, akuli kurvanti. So vikshobhayanti akuli kurvanti. So the first thing is they force the person towards the sense object. Then akuli, that is vikshobhayanti akuli kurvanti, and the sense organs take away the mind. First is make the person forcefully make the person to see the sense object, to force to see the sense object. Then the sense object takes the mind of the person. Iti. Haranti. Prasavam haranti. Then the next line. Akuli kritya cha. Haranti. Prasabham prasakhya. Prakasham eva pashyatah. Viveka vijnana yuktam manah. So akuli kritya means creating agitation. Akuli kritya cha. Lyap dhatu. Kru dhatu with the lyap pratyaya. Akuli kritya, after having creating agitation, after having agitated. Purusham akuli kritya. After having agitated the Purusha, this Indriyani, haranti. Katam, prasabham. Prasabham is equal to prasakhya. Prasabam is adverbial. Prasakhya. Sakh dhatu will get pratyaya because pra upasarga is there. Prasakhyam forcefully. Forcefully. Indriyani haranti. Whom does it? Whom does it haranti? Whom does it take away? Whose mind it takes away? Takes away the mind of the person. Prakasham eva pashyataha. Viveka vijnana yuktam manaha. Prakasham eva pashyataha. The word vipashchitaha is that Bhashyakara says. Prakasham eva pashyataha. Prakasham means, prakasha is light. Prakasha means light. Prakasham eva pashyataha. Prakasham is also here, it is indeclinable. So prakasham eva pashyataha. Prakasham is bright. When bright means it's not a physical bright. It is available for you very clearly, openly, directly. That is called prakasha. Like the daylight, it is available for your knowledge. That is called prakasham. Prakasham eva pashyataha. Pashyataha referring to that person. Shashti vibhakti, shatranta. So prakasham eva pashyataha, that is vipashchitaha. Bhashyakara gives viveka vijnanam yuktaha. The person is endowed with this viveka vijnanam. Viveka vijnanam is the knowledge which is viveka, discriminative knowledge. He has got this understanding, the discriminative understanding of Atma, Anatma, because the person has studied Shastram under the Guru. Therefore, he has got the Jnanam, Viveka, Vijnanam. But his Jnanam is not yet steady. He has got Vivek, he has got that Atmanatma. Viveka is there. But Viveka is there, but still his Prajna has not yet become steady. So, he is also a growing person. So, because the person has studied the Shastra, therefore he has got Viveka, Vairagya, etc. But it has not yet reached its maturity level. Because the person is the sadhaka. So you are talking about sadhaka. So therefore, Viveka Vijnana Yuktam Manaha. The person whose Viveka Vijnana, who is endowed with this Viveka Vijnanam, who even though the person knows the defects of Anatma, who can see what Anatma is, who can differentiate Anatma from Atma, that is Viveka Vijnana. So he has got Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka, Atma Anatma Viveka. Viveka is there doesn't mean the person is a Jnani. We need to understand. Viveka is there. But still the person is struggling. It's a sadhaka. He knows it is Mithya, but still it is that Mithya objects are so powerful that it can make the person forget Satya Vastu. So that is the person we are talking about. Even though the person who sees the objects very clearly, that is Prakasham Eva, who can see the things very clearly, who has got this Viveka Vijnanam Yuktaha Manaha, the mind which is endowed with this Viveka, still Indriyani Akulikritya, Manaha Akulikritya, having created agitation of the mind of the person, Prasabam Haranti, forcefully takes away the person. That is the meaning. So the idea is one has to be very alert all the time, 24/7, 365 days. As a sadhaka, till the prajna becomes steady, one has to keep the indriyas under one's management. That is the idea. Even though you have got Viveka Vairagya, but there is no end to Viveka Vairagya. Always it can be improved. there is no limit to Viveka Vairagya. Where is the limit? What is the limit for Viveka and Vairagya and Sadhana? Other Shatka Sampatti, Samadhi Shatka Sampatti. There is no limit. It can always be improved upon. From where you are, you can go further. You can always improve those sampatti, those wealth, spiritual wealth, always you can keep on adding, keep on improving. Therefore, one has to be alert. That is the meaning of this shloka. Then the next shloka we will read. Yataha tasmat.
Yataha tasmat.
Yataha. Because this is so, therefore, what? Because the sense organs take away the mind of the person, the well-informed, knowledgeable person, therefore, tasmat. Tani sarvani sanyamya.
Tani
सर्वाणि
sarvani
संयम्य
Asita matparaha.
युक्तासीत मत्परः
asita matparaha
Vashe yasyendriyani.
यस्येन्द्रियाणि
Tasya prajna
yasyendriyani
तस्य प्रज्ञा
प्रतिष्ठिता
प्रतिष्ठता
tasya prajna.
You can keep your mic mute. So, Tani Sarvani, Kani, Indriyani. Tani Sarvani, Indriyani, Sanyamya. The word Sanyamya, Sanyama, it comes in Yoga Sutra also. Sanyama. Sanyama means having mastered. Having Yam Dhatu. Yam means restraint. Uparame, Yam means Yam Dhatu. So some upasarga left pratyaya sanyamya, having mastered sarvani, all. Tani, referring to tani is a pronoun. So Bhagavan uses the word pronoun because he has talked about before. Indriyani, prasabam, manaha, aranti, iti, the previous shloka we talked about. Therefore, referring to those indriyas, tani, by the pronoun tani. Therefore, Tani sarvani indriyani sanyamya asita. Asita is vidilin. One should remain. So, one should remain. Remain as what? San. Yuktaha san asita. Yuktaha is Samahitaha. Yuktaha means Samahita, one who is together. He has got the integrity. Integrity of the body, mind, senses. That integrity is there. They all function. They all obey him. They all function in keeping with what he wants to gain. That's called Samahitaha. Yuktaha is Samahitaha. The person who is together. Is not a his personality is not a split personality. His mind will think something and his organs will do something, he will speak something. No. All are together. Who has got the mastery of the mind, who has got the mastery of the sense, that person is called Yuktaha. Yuktaha, san, being Yuktaha, Samahitaha, san, Matparaha. Mat referring to me. Bhagavan Krishna says me. He is committed to me. He is committed to me means what? Me doesn't mean committed to the Krishna, the person, the physical person Krishna. Bhagavan, when he uses mat paraha, that mat, that is I, that I is Ishvara, as Bhagavan. That I should not be limited to the physical body of Krishna. Not the physical shariram of Krishna, not as a limited person. Agam, when Bhagavan says, Agam is paraha. Agam eva paraha. aham eva paraha yasya iti mat paraha. So that aham is Paramatma. So mat paraha is that person who is committed to me, the person for whom Paramatma is the highest. The person who is committed to Paramatma. So Bhagavan Krishna, mat, that is asmat, that aham, by aham he refers to Paramatma. Because his shariram is Maya shariram. Like any other shariram, it's different from any other shariram because it is not created out of Papa Punya. It is Maya shariram. But the swabhavam of the shariram is like any other shariram. It also comes, it also came, it also went. So, mat paraha, by the word mat, Bhagavan refers to Paramatma. Because Bhagavan is Paramatma, not that shariram. So, not that the son of Vasudeva. So, that agam doesn't refer to the son of Vasudeva. The agam refers to Vasudeva. Vasudeva is what? The son of Vasudeva is Vasudeva only. In that way, do we say? No. Son of Vasudeva is Vasudeva. That is a Tadita word, Vasudeva. But the word Vasudeva means Paramatma. The word Vasudeva. Vasati sarvasmin iti Vasuhu. Vasuhu. Vasudascha aso Devascha. The one who resides in every being and who is the Lord Devaha is called Vasudeva. So, mat paraha, that mat referring to Vasudeva, that is Paramatma, that is Nirguna Brahma. The one who is committed to me, the Nirguna Brahma, mat paraha asita, yuktaha asita, may he remain, having mastered all the sense organs, with the mind together, the focused mind, let him be committed to me always. That is the meaning. Vashehi yasya indriyani. So when the indriyas are under one vasha, one's management, only when the indriyas are under one's management, then only his prajna will be pratishtita. Then only his knowledge will be steady. Vashehi yasya indriyani. Yasya referring to that purushasya. Yasya purushasya indriyani. Indriyani. Vashehi indriyani. Tasya prajna. Tasya purushasya prajna. Pratishtita bhavati. His prajna will be steady. Iti Bhagavan Krishna says. This is the meaning of this shloka. The Bhashyam that we will see. We will see that in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवादः जी
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद
गुरुजी।
धन्यवाद गुरुजी।
धन्यवाद जी।